Right, Paul, welcome to Widnes, first of all.
Thank you.
How excited are you to be back in the game after nearly a year out?
I'm genuinely really excited about this. You know, the project is one that has caught my imagination. The dream has been sold by Stephen O'Connor and Terry O'Connor, but they didn't really need to give me the big sell. You know, I'm fully aware of the history and tradition of this club, and I'm really proud to be a part of it.
What was it that attracted you to the job?
That there's ambition here, you know, and good clubs are built around good people, and you know, I really want to be a part of something like that. Well, my role in the old Widnes Warrington derbies is one that I'm very, very proud of, because you know, I tell you now, I couldn't have tried any harder to beat this club as a player or as a coach, and that's born out of respect and maybe a little bit of fear. You know, if you're going to play against Tony Myler and Martin Afire and Jonathan Davis, then you've got to turn up with your A game, and if you're going to take the ball in against the Yoon boys, then you've got to be on your toes, because they're going to make you bleed for every single inch. You know, so you know, if I hadn't given everything I've got for my old club to compete against Widnes, then you wouldn't have played in so many games, and you wouldn't have such proud memories. You know, so I make no apologies for my history and my track record with Warrington. I'm very, very proud of it, and hopefully I can deliver that to the Widnes supporters. Well, I know that Steve McCormack and John Stankiewicz need to be respected for the work they've done to put this group together. Sometimes in the crazy world of professional sports coaching, things don't quite go your way. Well, that should not detract from the work that Steve McCormack and John Stankiewicz has already done. I'm very impressed with the way that John Stankiewicz has held this together in this period. But you know, I like what I've seen. I like the attitude of the players in the session I've seen this morning, and I like some of the responses that we've already got. You know, John will run preparation up to the Toulouse game. I take full responsibility for it. John will hopefully work alongside me and with me for a considerable period. And I think it's very, very important that clubs not only develop young players but develop young coaches as well. I'm fully aware of the long-term ambition of the club, and that's obvious. It's there for all to see. This club needs and wants to be back in Super League, and there is a process that you've now got to go through to achieve those goals. You know, so it's a case of getting in, finding out what we've got and what we might need.
What will you be doing on Thursday night? What will be your role?
I'm simply going to sit alongside and work with John. You know, John will pick the team because he's far more aware of the injury situation, the form situation, and the best way to possibly employ the shape of it that we're going to use. You know, he knows what fits best. You know, and I'm really excited about it. You know, no one knows an awful lot about Toulouse, and what we have to do psychologically is turn this round to be all about Widnes, and that's our intention.
And finally, Paul, what are your overall aims for this season for Vikings?
Well, I just need to get this club back where it wants and it needs to be. You know, so it's never quite the right time to be publicly stating what the goals are. I know from Stephen O'Connor and from Terry O'Connor where this team needs to be during my period in charge of it. But one thing I've learned to do, you respect opponents. You know, and Toulouse are going to come here and not give a hoot about my reputation or that of the Widnes Vikings, and that's something that it excites you. You've got to be on your toes. I mentioned before, you know, I've never come to Norton Park or the Halton Stadium and not been a little bit nervous when I've walked through the doors, and we've got to use that to our advantage.